Pitcher Eric. I'm here today to say hello to Howard and let him know how I'm doing at work. I love my job very much at Yankee Stadium at the Hard Rock, so I couldn't be better. I feel so much better working, and I'm staying out of trouble and just working every day.
So, Eric, things are actually looking up for you.
They are. They are.
I can tell just by looking at you. You look like you're in good spirits.
I am a good person. I lost a little weight.
Looking good?
Yeah.
What are you down to now?
I'm not sure, but I did lose a little weight, and I'm just, my life is just changing around so much.
Good, man. That's good to hear. So you're just here to check in with Howard and let everyone know what's going on, right?
Let everyone know how I'm doing, and I want to, thank all the fans for the support that's been coming to the Hard Rock lately, saying hello to me, taking pictures of me, because, people are happy to see me there.
All right, High Pitch Eric is here. Gary said to me he wanted to come in and tell us an update on his life.
So he must be up to something.
But if I'm looking over these notes, which there are a few, and it doesn't seem like he's up to anything.
Oh, really?
It says here here's something we could talk to him about. He's with some girl today. And
yeah, I saw him out there with someone, and I wondered what that was all about.
Look, he can't even walk anymore.
His gout is flared up again.
Your gout flaring up?
No, not the gout. My heel hurts.
Yeah, because you weigh 500 pounds.
Yeah. Hi, Fred.
Your heel hurts? What'd you do to it?
No, it just hurts. It's very sore.
Yeah.
What did you do? You were just nothing? You just walked on it?
Yeah, I mean, it hurts when I wake up in the mornings.
How much you weigh? I mean, I forget. Was it like over 300 pounds, right?
I think I lost a little weight by working.
Yeah. You know what it is? He has a slew of problems, and all of them are mostly old, fat lady problems. He's like an old, fat woman.
Oh, if you want, we could weigh him again.
Yeah, I don't care. I know it's way up there. He's huge.
Hey, Howard, honestly, I don't think so.
You're pathetic.
What do you think you weigh?
He's gross.
Maybe a little less than 300 now.
I said to Gary, the guy who should have been IQ tested was High Pitch Eric, because we've always had this debate. Is he retarded or not?
Yes, and I don't think he is.
I don't think I am, too, because, Robin, I have a job now.
I understand.
No, I think he's retarded. I think what you would find out, he's high functioning,
like a
retarded.
slow adult.
Like, they tested Wendy, and I'm sure we're going to find out Wendy's retarded, but with him, it's sort of like a borderline case.
What?
Why didn't you test him? That's the guy. What mic do you want?
3. It's always 3.
No, it's not. Some of the guys come in there on 1.
No, 1 is over there.
I don't know. It's always different.
It just didn't come up when we were discussing it.
You were designated slow in school, right?
Yeah, I was in special ed.
Right.
Oh, okay. Nobody ever told me
What
that.
IQ is retarded?
80 is borderline.
So I think he's 88.
Right. I would agree with that. But, I mean, why don't we find out?
Howard, listen, I'm off. My schedule for work comes out on Saturday. When I find out when I'm off next week, I'll take an IQ test.
Okay, good, because we'll finally find out what's doing with you.
Can you take one? Are you working every day this week? I can get you in the next couple of days.
I'm working Thursday, Friday, Saturday, and Sunday this week.
So maybe Monday you might be available?
I'll check the schedule Saturday. I'll email you.
Well, you remember... Well, wait a second. Put this into perspective. Remember Casey, who worked for us?
Right.
Like he went to college but on a football scholarship, and he only had like a 700 on his SAT.
Mm-hmm.
He got an 88 on his IQ test that he took at K-Rock.
So Are you serious?
Okay, so wait a second.
So if KC was 88, and he's a lot brighter than High Pitch Eric.
Yeah, but didn't you have didn't you do something with me at KC? You asked us questions to see who was smarter, and didn't it come out I was smarter than KC?
I believe it. No, and honestly, I think Casey's smarter than you. Like, Casey functions.
All right, so who do you think smarter, Casey or Sal?
Sal.
Really?
Yeah.
Are you sure?
Yeah, I would think so. You should test Casey. I heard he's around.
Is he?
I heard he's in New York for something. God, there's so many people I want to know.
But I'll try to
Why, you think, Eric, you're smarter than KC?
Maybe.
Wow. That'd be some revelation.
You graduated high school?
Yeah, I did.
A regular high school?
Regular high school.
On time?
On time.
Did you ever matriculate to the regular classes, or were you always in special ed?
I was always in special ed.
So you never left your classroom, the teachers came to you?
Well, yeah, we had different...
when all the other kids are going to different classrooms for, like, algebra and then one for science?
Well, I went to different classes for different subjects, like English,
Yeah, but
math.
you had the same teacher for every
No,
subject.
we had different teachers.
You did?
Yes.
Even in special ed?
Even in special ed.
Because
there's always a class where the kids don't...
Yeah, the one class where you never left.
In my school, it was room 115. No one ever left.
Let me get an idea here. What's 16 plus 18?
I don't know from the top of my head.
Well,
you can't work it out?
Take your time.
Take your time and really think. 16 plus 18, because they're going to ask you that on the IQ test.
That's like the first question.
Right.
72?
No. Want to try again? Think it through. I know you're nervous.
17.
16 plus 18.
Why 72? How'd you come up with that?
I just came up with that.
You just decided to pull it out of the air?
Did you just guess that, or did you base it on it?
I just guessed it.
Oh, you kind of eyeballed the 16 and the 18.
And said it probably is around 72.
Hold on, 16.
Well, you know what 16 is.
So it's 27?
No. But you're closer. You're more in the ballpark now.
78, I'm giving him now.
Why 27? How'd you get up to that?
1 and 1 is 2, right?
Right. That I know.
16 and 16.
Well, what is 16 and 16? Go with that.
Or 18 and
That might be a
18.
way to break it down. If you go 16 and 16,
I
and then
don't
add
know if
2.
on the top of my head.
But what do you mean the top of your head? Like if I give you pen and paper, could you do it?
Yeah, I can.
If I
Give him a pen and paper. It's true. And the IQ test, you'll probably...
Can I use my fingers also or no?
Yeah,
You
sure.
use whatever
Use
you
whatever
have to
tools
do.
you need.
Your fingers and your stinky toes.
Stinky toes.
Are you trying to think but nothing's happening?
I'm trying to think, but yeah.
All right.
Keep your headphones on. Right there.
So what was the question?
All right. How much is 16 plus 18? Go ahead. Well, I see some fingers going.
Oh, he's working.
34.
Say again?
34.
Correct.
That is
All
correct.
right, so maybe you are smarter than Casey.
Why couldn't you do? You can't do that in your head.
No, I mean, I'm not good. I'm not good like that.
Did you see the smoke coming out of his headphones? That wasn't the headphone.
But
Wow.
he was working it.
Well, what else kind of questions do they ask on an IQ test? Don't they ask you also, like,
General knowledge
General
questions, which I
knowledge.
know he won't know most of. And then they give you a bunch of cubes and shapes, and then they ask you, you have to put that together. And then they ask you, they give you a bunch of numbers. All right, I'm going to give you 5 numbers, and then you got to repeat them back to me. You ready?
Okay.
5, 7, 9, 2, 8.
5, 7, 9, 2, 8.
there you go. Maybe he's smart.
Not bad.
That's pretty good. You got that one right. It's pretty good. Can you
Howard.
put can you put numbers in numerical order if I give you 5 numbers?
Yeah.
All right.
How about, okay, 5, 7, 9, 2, 8. So now give them back to me in numerical order.
So it's 2, 5, 7, 9, 8.
Close.
8, 9.
Do they give you any credit for?
I asked the guy. I asked the guy. He says it's either right or wrong.
Yeah, 8 comes before 9.
All right.
Yeah, all right. Not a big deal.
Oh, yeah. Howard, listen.
Everyone's a ball buster. around
Howard,
here.
listen.
Yeah.
When I'm off from work next week, I'll email Gary and I'll do an IQ test.
Yeah, that'd be good, and then we'll find out what's going on with
But
you.
it's almost got to be Monday because we're doing the bit on Thursday.
Oh, you got to do it by Monday. Can you do it?
I'll find that.
All right, find out from work.
Working tomorrow? You can't have him do it tomorrow, huh?
Are you working tomorrow?
I'm off tomorrow, but I was going to come to the Hard Rock for the thing.
What
What?
thing?
Oh, because John and I are doing the wrap-up show from the
Forget
Hard
that.
Rock.
You should get in on the
Get
IQ.
in
Then
on
you'll
the
be part of
IQ
that.
test.
There's going to be a whole big show around that.
I'm going to see if I can get it tomorrow. Even if I can, maybe I'll get it late in the afternoon.
If you do it later in the afternoon, I'll do it.
I have to
All
go
right.
on his schedule.
Well, yeah. I
I
mean,
know.
the guy actually has work now.
No. He just wants to go watch the wrap-up show.
Dave, go ahead. You're on the air.
Yeah, Howard, just the categories for the testing,
Yeah.
it basically is 90 to 109 is considered average,
Right.
80 to 90 is considered low average, and 70 to 79 is considered the borderline range.
All right. 70 to 79 is borderline.
Borderline of what, though?
Retard.
So,
Borderline is
what's 75?
75 is borderline. Again, 70 to 79 is borderline.
So you got to be in the 60s. to
So
actually be
KC was
fair.
in 88.
Now, 69 and below is considered cognitively impaired mild. Mentally retarded is not really a category anymore.
Oh, okay. Yeah, but we don't know all that. I mean, we just know. We're just trying to find out who's smarter.
Yeah.
Turns out Eric might be smart.
I think Eric. I think Eric's going to come out better
Then who?
than Casey.
Yeah. We should test KC for real. Like, I mean, we gave him the test, but
Yeah, no, we never gave. That was an online test.
I think KC would beat Eric.
Yes.
I would
Really?
hope.
Yeah, you seem like you got some major problems.
Yeah, well, we all do.
Yeah, well,
But
you
again,
more than most.
I say this all the time. He's got major problems until it comes time to figure out how to get free shit out of people and sort of con them, and then all of a sudden he's not that dumb.
Well, so he's good at some things.
But he's not that dumb. Like when he passes a bad check,
Right.
is that somebody stupid or is that somebody
But he always gets caught.
Corrupt. Right.
He's just corrupt. He's retarded and corrupt.
I think it's
Right?
brilliant that he even knows there's such thing as passing a bad check.
Right.
I don't think Wendy knows that.
Right, that's true. Eric's way more
Well,
functional
maybe
than
he
Wendy.
doesn't know it's a bad check, so maybe maybe he's stupid.
All right, so if Eric walks into a store and asks for a bunch of telephones, a bunch of cell phones,
Right.
and says that, he's going to pay for them, and he knows he's never going to pay for them, is
Right.
that a mentally retarded person doing
No,
something?
he's not. I don't think he's retarded. I just think he's low functioning. Dave, do I have that right?
Yeah, the second part of mental retardation is a lack of personal independence and social responsibility. There's no real way to quantify that.
Yeah, I don't know. I'm curious to see where Eric falls out in all of this.
Again, you need to score below 70 plus lack personal responsibility and social independence.
Gee, I wonder what you're going to get.
I'm going to move my score down to him to. Originally I said 88.
Yeah.
Based on what this guy's telling me, I'm going to move it down to 78.
88 is roughly the 23rd percentile, which is almost average. Average is 25 to 75.
Sal could be 88 for all we know.
What is average?
Average is 25 to 75th percentile.
Oh.
So give me that in numbers. In numbers.
Well, on an IQ test, again, 90 to 109. That's where the...
That's average. And what's like 109 to 120 or something?
Well, 110 to 119 is above average. 120 and above is superior.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. So
What if Eric is superior?
That'd be great. What if it comes out he's a genius?
I'm a superior retard.
Now, if you test, say, 2,000 random people, most people will score between 25 and 75, or on the IQ test, 90 and 109, and then a few people will score above and a few people will score below.
Right. All right.
And that's how they distribute the scores.
Got it.
Hey,
Thanks.
Howard, what kind of questions are on an IQ test?
Just like general, like Gary said, like cubes and stuff. You got to put together shapes.
That's hard, too. I've done that
That is
before.
hard, sure. And then they
that's
ask you,
the
like,
other
if
thing.
this is to that, what is that is to this?
I have a feeling they've been giving him cubes to put together his whole life.
Right.
Now, guys should check with the test administrators.
Yeah, I'll give you an example.
Howard, remember?
I'll give you an example. How much is 18 plus 16?
34.
All right, pretty good. You remember.
There you go.
retain that information. So that's pretty good.
I remember that program I was going into for myself to learn to get a job.
Yeah.
Well, I was being evaluated on testing, and they gave me these cubes to put together,
Right.
and it was so hard to do. It was like
You
difficult.
broke the cubes. Well, you're going to see.
What's 18 plus 17?
32?
Well, wait a second.
Oh, give me the paper.
Forget the paper. What was 18 plus 16?
34.
All right, how much is 18 plus 17?
36.
Oy vey.
35.
There you go. All right.
There
all right.
we go.
All right. They give you like questions like, let's say you eat 28 hot dogs,
Right.
and you shit out a quarter of them. How many dogs have you shit out?
That's perfect, yeah.
4?
No.
Yeah,
Yeah, you ate 28 dogs,
Right.
hot dogs. Then you shit out a quarter of them.
3.
How many hot dogs have you shit out? Shit out.
It's 6.
It's gonna be some test. Well, you gotta divide 28.
I'm not good at that.
Get a quarter of them. Right. All right. So but there'll be other questions.
Okay.
Do you know how much 4 times 7 is?
28.
All right. So if you have 28 hot dogs,
7.
there you go.
That's your fourth answer.
Which one is correct? Now choose.
I'll give you here's one. Name a sour food that you should be able to get.
Jolly Ranchers?
All right. Let's actually do the hot dog thing with him. I'm going to give you 28 hot dogs and see if you have you shit out a quarter of them, and then you'll know. Well, but do it. So we'll see. And I wish we could get a hold of KC. I'd love to know.
So do you want me to try?
Like, who do you think's smarter, Casey or Gorillo?
Well, okay, here's the deal. We can't find somebody to test Gary the retard. So do you want me to take that slot away and give it to Eric?
Give it to Eric, yeah.
Okay.
Because Gary the retard we know is
We
retarded.
know he's retarded.
Well,
ain't gonna-
what we were going for in that was who's more retarded, him or Wendy. And see, we
Yeah.
already tested Wendy.
I'm pretty sure he is. I can almost guarantee you that. Wendy has a certain knowledge.
of
I don't
movies and
know, I don't
television.
know.
But
I don't know
that'd
if
be a good contest.
I know I'm trying to do it.
Yeah, but you got to
think
get
they'd
Eric in on
probably
this.
be on par.
I'll try to get Eric in, but if there's anybody in the state of Oregon willing to administer a test to
We
Gary,
could bet on who's smarter, Gary or Wendy.
that's what we're trying to do.
That's really good.
Howard, honestly, I would say Wendy.
Yeah, me too.
But Wendy,
It seems so.
I mean, Wendy knows how to babysit kids. Does Gary know how to babysit
Howard,
kids?
But Gary has a job.
Here's the difference.
Right.
Gary lives on his own. Do you think Wendy could live alone?
No.
No. I don't know that Gary can live on his own.
He does.
I don't believe it. I really don't.
I mean, I think somebody may check in him, but I'm not positive.
Well, maybe he lives in one of those places where everybody's like him.
I don't
Right.
think he does.
No, it's just a regular apartment.
He has independent living.
I think so.
Right.
And he smokes.
Somebody checks in.
And he smokes.
Would you want to sleep in that building? Yeah. I also heard Gary the retard's a state senator, so at least he's got a very serious job.
He's running in South
What is
Carolina.
his job again? He cleans, right?
He cleans
listen,
up the McDonald's or something?
He cleans the parking lot of a hamburger place. I don't think it's a McDonald's, but like he scrapes the gum up and all that stuff.
Bet you it's a mess, that parking lot.
You don't think Gary can take care of that?
No. What's your job now, Eric?
I work in Yankee Stadium at the Hard Rock.
Yeah, right. That's right. You greet people?
I greet people, say hello to them.
Right.
And then there's a patio outside the Hard Rock.
Right.
So, and then when people walk out with like glass bottles or glass, I hand them plastic cups because they can't walk out with glass or glass bottles.
Your job is to hand people... By the way, I saw how you hold the plastic cups. I noticed the bottom cups, you have your fingers in them.
No.
Look,
Look.
there's a picture.
Right there, your hands all over the bottom. Whoever gets that bottom cup, whoever gets that bottom cup is drinking your hand.
No, but there was plastic on the bottom of the cups.
All right. We'll let you go with that.
Howard, I love my job so much.
Yeah? Why would anyone want to look at high-pitch Eric while they're
I
eating?
would not go into the restaurant. He was greeting people.
And they're happy with you? And you're
They're happy with me. Howard, the Hard Rock is an awesome corporation to work for.
good, okay. And it's working out. You're getting paycheck. And who are you living with now?
I'm renting a room in Queens from someone that had an ad on Craigslist.
You're back in Queens.
Yes.
Can you imagine somebody had an ad in Craigslist and he shows up?
They must have been desperate.
They must. Can you imagine this room? The guy they rented to was Eric with his track record and
Right.
everything.
Howard, my roommate is...
You have a roommate?
I have a roommate.
The guy put an ad in Craigslist.
Yes.
And you came to the door and he said, "Okay, you can be my roommate."
Yeah, I looked at the room and
This guy must be wow. He must be
He
so
was going to
fucking
take
desperate.
whoever showed up.
And Howard...
Is there something wrong with him?
No.
Wow.
I clean my room every morning before I leave.
Yeah.
Like,
And you're on time with rent? You've been paying your rent?
been paying my rent. If I had to be at work at 3:45 in the afternoon, I leave my house at 10 a.m. so I'm not late for work.
All right, that's good.
And no more pets.
No more pets.
Well, they took it away from him.
Because he can't handle a pet.
That woman he was seeing for a while called ASPCA or something on him, and they took away the pets.
Good.
Yeah.
And rightly so. Pets probably have a life now. Even if they're euthanized, they're better off. Do you miss your pets?
I do.
You do.
I do.
Yeah, but you realize you're bad for them.
Yes, I don't need pets right now.
Right. And now you have a house, a place. And what do you have, a hot plate or you have a kitchen?
No, I have a refrigerator, a small refrigerator in my room.
Yeah.
And I use the kitchen.
Oh, he has a kitchen in the house?
Yes.
And you're able to use it?
Yes.
And you cook for yourself?
I cook for myself.
Yeah, and someone told me every day for lunch you could still go to McDonald's?
Yep.
Yeah, you think you lost weight.
I think I
What
did.
do you eat at McDonald's?
Well, when I go on a 30-minute... Well, we have 30-minute breaks.
Yeah.
I usually go for my apple pies and my chocolate shake.
Right.
That's what a meal is to you?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's your lunch?
Yeah.
You don't eat a burger or anything?
No.
You just do
Apple pie and a
shakes.
chocolate
Yeah.
shake.
How many of those do you have?
2 apple pies.
2 apple pies and 2 shakes?
1 shake.
1 shake?
Yeah.
Yeah, oh my God. Can you imagine? Where do you get the money for that? From your job?
I work,
Yeah,
yeah.
and you're able to pay for your own meals?
Yeah.
Wow. And when this guy took you into his apartment, he let you have a room in his house,
Right.
what questions did he ask you?
No, where I'm working, what I do.
Right.
I showed him proof that I'm working and, where I work, too.
Right. Did you show him proof where you're working and where you work, too?
Yeah.
You did, all right.
Well, you want to go on the scale, see how much I weigh?
Go ahead. Stand on it. I'll let you know. Look at the size of him.
I
It's
know,
like a
he's
fucking
bigger
whale.
than he has been.
He's hideous. You are so huge. He weighs, what do you guess, Robin?
I just looked at it.
Oh, you did?
Yeah.
Eric, what do you think you weigh?
Like 290?
290, weigh 330. 330, bro. That's
He
it.
says, I think I'm under 300.
330.
300 tons.
You're bigger than ever. God, no wonder your heel hurts. No wonder your feet hurt.
What size is that T-shirt?
That's like that T-shirt's the size of a house coat.
Like a 4X.
Oh, my
Yeah.
goodness.
Wow, you're so fat. Imagine 330. It's just amazing. What does it say, Will?
I'm looking.
I think it's a 4X.
It doesn't have a label.
They couldn't even label it.
There's no sizes. They couldn't fit the size on the label. They couldn't put that many X's on the label. So the update is that you got a place.
Right.
You walked in, the guy let you have an apartment, and he's a nice guy.
Yes.
He's got a girlfriend, this guy, or
No.
what? No.
No.
Do you ever see him?
Not really.
So you don't have to hang out with each other.
You have a separate entrance?
No, I walk in the same entrance.
Right. And it's what? It's a house, a residence?
It's an apartment building in Flushing.
Right. Is he a good-looking guy?
Why would I wouldn't care about that.
Right. No, I'm just saying. I mean, is he normal looking?
Yes, he's normal.
Yeah. Well, there you go. Ma'am, if he showed up at your door, would you let him rent a room?
I guess roommates are hard to find.
All right. Like, well, if Frankenstein showed up in high-pitch Eric, like literally, Frankenstein's at your door and he goes, "Arr!"
And high-pitch Eric?
And high-pitch Eric, who do you rent
I'm
the room
taking
to?
Frankenstein.
Right. At least Frankenstein's honest. Good Lord. Well, good for you. You appear to be getting your life somewhat together.
I am.
And who's that girl with you?
Do you remember that girl I threatened to kill a few years ago?
Oh, my God. Oh, my
She's
God.
here. You gotta say hello to her.
Is that right?
Yeah.
What's her name?
Come on out.
Her name is Laura.
Why would she be around you if you threatened to kill her?
Because I'm turning my life around.
But what? But still, even if you turned your... All right.
Turn
what's
it
her-
around with somebody
Hi, Laura.
else.
Eric threatened to kill you. Forgive me for not remembering this story, but
Yeah, there was all those phone calls.
Tell me the story real quick, if you don't mind.
He threatened to kill me.
Why?
Well, we weren't hanging out as much, and he.
How did you even start hanging? You're an attractive girl. You really
Why
are.
are you
Thank you.
hanging out with Eric?
Hi, Robin.
Yeah, why would you be hanging out with Eric?
We became friends about 4 or 5 years ago. We met on MySpace,
Yeah.
and we just started hanging out.
Did you go out with him? Did you have sex with him?
Absolutely not.
Right.
We're totally friends. I mean, he spent summers at my house.
Right. Why
Hanging
would
out.
you do that? Are you such a fan of the show that like you?
Howard, I've been listening to you since I was 8 years old. I am like the hugest fan. But, it was like that in the beginning, but then we became
So
friends.
in other words, you were a fan of the show, and you thought, hey, it'd be cool to hang out with High Pitch Eric because
Exactly.
you'd have some contact with the show.
Like, first I thought it wasn't him, but then he called me from MySpace, and I'm like, obviously it's him. It's with the voice.
Right.
And we just went to a show with Sal.
And you seem reasonably intelligent. I mean, like, what would you do
Yeah, it's
hanging
not
out
like
with
you
him?
hit it off.
Yeah.
He's actually a very, very sweet person.
Did he ever try to kiss you or get
Never.
romantic with you? Why?
Never.
You never tried anything with her?
No, because I have total respect.
Right.
He's actually a very good person. I mean,
Do you know what 16 plus 18 is?
34?
Right. Okay, good for you. So you befriend him and you're kind to him, and then he at some point gets angry and threatens to kill you?
Well, the thing is, I was spending a lot of time with him, taking him to hotels and going to Atlantic City and
Wow.
taking him to dinner. We became really good friends, and I do feel bad for him.
Why? He tried to kill you.
This is before he tried to kill me.
Right.
And then I did meet somebody.
Yeah.
I
you
met
a
somebody.
guy.
Yeah.
You met a
And-
wonderful man.
Yeah. Well,
Right.
at this point, this guy
Would you
was on-
sleep in the same hotel room with him?
Oh, we've slept in hotel rooms
Oh,
numerous
my
times.
God, you're-
Numerous times.
That's like, I read today about a guy who died skydiving, and he said skydiving gave him a thrill.
Okay.
Sleeping in a room with High Pitch Eric seems more dangerous to me than skydiving.
One time he put his sneakers in the bathroom and he took a shower and the whole entire room started stinking, so we had to put him out in the hallway.
Because the sneakers smell?
It was a bad smell. But other than that, he's actually a very clean person. He takes like 3 showers a day.
And you would sleep in the bed with him?
No, we would get separate beds.
And would he
Separate
see
beds.
you in your lingerie? And I mean, you're an
No.
attractive girl.
No, I would wear I wear sweats and t-shirt,
Were you ever attracted to her?
No, we're friends.
Yeah, bullshit.
No,
You're not attracted to her?
no,
You didn't
we're
fall in love
friends.
with her?
No, we're friends.
Okay, Robin, come on.
I don't get it.
We're friends.
I mean, she's, va-va-va-voom with the boobies. And are those real?
They are.
Wow.
They are.
And you're sleeping in the same hotel room with her and you
Yeah,
never tried anything?
No,
If she was interested in you sexually, would you be into her?
if she was into me,
Yeah.
Well, that's a different story, absolutely.
Right, okay. All right, so you would share a room with him and you'd fall asleep in the room with him?
Yeah, he spent, like I said, almost the whole summer at my house.
Did you ever see her change or in panties and
No.
stuff? You never saw her
Absolutely
in a
not.
bra? You ever see
No.
her in a bikini?
No.
Did you make
yeah,
sure?
we've been to the beach together.
Yes.
Yeah, you have.
Why'd you say no if you've seen her?
I mean...
He was
forgot.
he was in love with you. That's what's going on.
Well, there was. I mean, like I said.
Why did he threaten to kill you?
Yeah, he was all upset.
Why, Eric, why did you threaten to kill
Okay,
her?
when I was working back at the construction a few years back,
Right,
you know, I was fired. I told her not to say anything.
right.
And I heard I found out that she told some people I got fired, and that got me very upset.
So what did he do? He called you up?
He left. I mean, you have numerous messages. What he had said to me. He was threatening to kill me, my parents, my grandfather, my animals. And then I actually pressed charges against him. And there was a couple of stories that Langford had done on me. And I was like,
Wow. How were you going to kill her? What were you planning?
What was your plan?
What was your plan?
I don't want to talk
Smash her head in with what, a pipe
yeah,
or
it was
something?
like smashing my head onto the concrete and find me in a bar, and he's going to give someone a picture to somebody to kill me. And
So then why in God's name are you hanging out with a guy who threatened to smash your head into it?
because I know deep down inside he totally doesn't mean it. It was just he doesn't know how to control himself sometimes. But he's honestly, I mean, I'm going through a hard time right now. I just broke up with my boyfriend, which
Right.
I was with for 2.5 years. He calls me every day, seeing how I am.
Eric does. Because he's a
Every
nudge.
day.
Right.
And like, you know, traffic reports, you know, oh, there's traffic on the GW, don't go that way. He calls me just for little
Wow.
things like that. I mean,
Why'd you
Well,
break up
this
with your
is
boyfriend?
exactly going to wind up the same way
Of course.
because Eric's now thinking
No, Howard,
he's got a shot again.
No, when she told me, like, a few weeks ago, she was with her boyfriend, she told me not to call her, and not even call her.
because
right?
he would call me, like, if I'm out, he'll call me sometimes 4 or 5 times, and it's like, Eric, listen, I'm busy.
Why'd
Please
you
don't
break
call me."
up with your boyfriend?
Me and my boyfriend just broke up a couple weeks, like a week ago.
Why?
He didn't want to commit. We've been together 2.5 years. I'm absolutely
wasted- how old are
madly
you?
in love with him. 34.
Yeah, it's time. You probably want
I
to have
know.
kids and everything.
Not necessarily. He didn't want to have kids. Didn't want to get married. He's a very professional attorney.
I see.
Absolutely in love with him, but he's not making the effort. I just
Right.
felt like I have to.
So you
move
say
on.
that's it. We're not progressing.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
Well, there's always Eric in the background.
There is. It's always Eric.
Would you, if for money, would you make out with him? With Eric? Would you actually like French kiss him?
It would have to be a certain amount.
How much money would it take
How
to,
much money
for
does
you
it
to like
cost?
totally
Howard,
make out with him?
put her on the Sibian.
I mean, I'm not hard for money. I make like $100,000 a year, so it would
Oh,
have
do
to be.
you? What do you do?
I'm good. I do occupational therapy.
Wow.
I work in a skilled nursing home, and like I said, I mean, I see horrible things every day. You know,
Right.
disabled people. So somebody like Eric's totally like
Yeah.
normal for me. You know what I mean?
Right, right. Compared to them, he's a prize.
Exactly. Well, yeah.
Right.
No, she's saying he's one of them.
He's high functioning one of them.
I'm actually really worried about him because he keeps on saying up this limp thing, and I think it could be like a diabetic thing. You never
Of
know.
course,
So
he's a mess.
I have a friend that's a doctor, so hopefully I could bring him to see
What
him.
if I offered you $20 whole to make out with him? Would you do it?
Definitely not, Howard.
No, it would take more than that, I guess.
Probably at least 5 or 6 grand.
Fred, I don't remember these messages. Did you ever play them at the beginning of the show?
Yeah.
Fred had them all. Fred had a lot of them.
I didn't think
hear
that was
one.
necessarily something you'd want to play at the end of the show. I'd be glad to do it if you
Let me
want.
hear, because I don't remember what a lunatic this guy
He
is.
called me like I'm Jewish. He called me dirty Jew.
Hey, he's Jewish.
Exactly.
You called her a dirty Jew?
Yeah, I think so.
Break my Jewish nose.
What are you, anti-Semitic?
No.
Yes, he's Mel Gibson.
Yeah, I mean, what is that? You're a Jewish guy and you're saying...
Dirty
you're
Jew.
calling her a dirty Jew?
That was back in the past, but now look, I'm moving
What
forward
is a
now.
dirty Jew?
A Jew who is dirty.
I mean, he left me.
A money-lending Jew.
They were averaging. I am not exaggerating at all. They were averaging 300 to 400 messages a day.
Good Lord.
A day.
300 to 400 a day.
And then on the he IM me or the instant message AOL, probably about 600.
Oh, my God.
Howard, can I tell you something?
You're
Just
so fucked up.
just a few weeks ago when her and I hung out with her brother.
You weigh 330 pounds.
Right.
You don't know 16 plus 18. And
bet-
you're threatening to kill people.
He knows how to
Well,
threaten.
Right.
Not anymore.
Right.
I mean, it hasn't happened. It happened like twice. One time I was going to press charges against him, and he was in Spring Valley with his lawyer, and he was calling me, and his friend Peter called me. Listen, he didn't really mean it, and I started feeling really bad. I kind of.
But you realize now, even if you called let's say he started again, if you called the cops, they said, well, ma'am, we can't do anything for you. You keep befriending this guy.
Yeah, this was like 2 years ago. I didn't realize that he wasn't harmless. But then, like,
Right.
actually, when you said, he's like Mickey Mouse or something. You had mentioned something like he's like Mickey Mouse screaming at you. How could you be afraid of this? And I'm like, you know what? You're right. He's just,
Yeah.
Yeah, but, just 2 weeks ago, it was 1 year since my mom passed away.
Right. How you doing with that, by the way?
I'm doing all right.
Oh, I see. You're changing the topic. Oh, I see.
No, I miss her.
Oh, okay. Well,
that was the woman who cut him out of her will?
yeah, that's the one who didn't leave my penny. He misses her.
I do.
She must have known something, too. What, I see you got some tears in your eyes, right?
No, I'm all right.
What, are you going to cry?
Oh.
No.
All right, there's nothing wrong with that, crying over your mommy. Even though she didn't leave you anything. What happened with the will? Did you ever work that out?
No. I'm dropping the case.
You're crying.
I'm not.
That's sweet.
He does.
He misses his
the
mother.
guy has a heart. One day we were going.
You ever think his mother's not really dead? She's just hiding from him?
She's
Look at that,
faked her
Eric.
own death.
He really is.
You're having a lot of
He has
emotion
a
right
heart.
You have an emotion right now?
Well, I missed her.
Right.
Aww.
What do you miss most?
Coming here all the time, seeing you.
No, about your mother.
About your mother, not me. What do you miss most about you?
If she was alive, she'd be happy to see me working.
Right. She'd be proud of you.
Right.
Good. I like that. There's no chance your mother's stuffed in your closet, is it? Don't you have a feeling? You ever dress up like your mother and run around the house?
And pretend to be her?
Absolutely not.
You never pretend to be your mother and you hear voices in your head?
No.
Nothing like that?
Absolutely not.
All right. Wow.
Wow.
You didn't eat your mother, did you?
No. No, never.
Never. Would never eat my own mother. Well, if your mother would be a lot prouder of you too if you lost some weight.
You actually I think he's lost some weight, maybe 20 pounds.
No, he weighs 330.
Were you 360 a couple of months ago?
I was 350.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Howard, we went out for dinner a few weeks ago. And
You and Lori.
right, Laura.
Laura.
Me, him, and my
She
brother.
is my witness. That girl Angel caught me 4 times.
Is that true?
Yeah, she has that. There's like an Artie fan network. It's kind of like Seinfeld fan network, and she writes all crazy posts on there. She's really a very twisted girl.
Right.
She really is, and she annoys
I don't
him.
know. She seemed lovely when she was
Can
here.
you
but-
imagine somebody annoys Eric?
Right.
And she was
That's
there
the
with
girl
me.
you banged, right? The one that was in here?
Yeah.
You had sex with her.
Yeah, not to confuse with me.
No, she wasn't in here.
I told her to stay. She was on the phone. I told her to stay away from you.
Right, and she called me 4 times when I was with
Yeah.
her.
Isn't that amazing that someone's calling Eric?
She's obsessed with Eric.
Yeah.
She is. She really is. She writes these blogs about him, these crazy ranting. I know she has some sort of mental illness. She does ranting blogs about all crazy stuff that happened 2 years ago. It just goes on, and
Right.
it eggs him on. And they have a blog about High Pitch Eric on there, and everybody's going against him. And obviously he's going to defend himself.
Look what's going on. People
It's
are blogging
amazing.
about
They're
High Pitch
blogging
Eric.
about him.
He's got drama in his
And Eric,
life.
when you see her blogging about you, what do you do?
I did nothing. I just
You ignore it. Good. That's what I was going to tell you. You answered right. That's the first fucking intelligent thing today.
See, he's not.
You're smart now.
dumb
Now I
as
think
you
you're smart.
yeah.
I bet you can't wait till I take this IQ test.
I can't wait to see it.
He's not retarded. He's definitely not retarded. He knows I've worked with mentally retarded people, and he's definitely not retarded.
Let me see. What's 18 plus 18?
Oh, let's see. 18 and 18. So 8 and 8 is 16.
Go ahead.
36.
That's right. You're laughing
He was
over it.
stumped.
When you write about Eric on the internet, is it called blogging or is it called blobbing? When you write about a blob, it's a blobbing, right?
Yes, you're blobbing.
Yeah. Well, Eric, I'm glad you straightened out your life. Your mom would be proud of you. I think
She
you happen
would.
to be right. Let me hear that message, Fred, before Eric leaves.
they're great.
Here we go.
Give me one of them. I don't remember these.
Hey, Laura, you're a bitch. You're a fuckface. You're a piece of fucking shit.
Sounds like Mel
You're a
Gibson.
lying sack of fucking shit.
Right.
You fuckface.
End of message.
Answer the show! No! Why are you not fucking answering?
End of message.
Answer your phone, fuckface. Answer your phone, fuckface.
Listen to this.
You're a dead homie.
End of message.
Come on, you dirty little Jew. Pick up the phone before I break your fucking
Oh,
Jewish
my
nose.
God.
Fuck.
End of message.
You're a fuckface Jew. Lying fucking shit.
End of message.
Hey, Laura. You better stop acting like a little fucking evil bitch. Because I'm going to put a knife in your fucking heart.
Oh.
If you don't stop acting like this, you piece of shit. Don't come out Friday, because if you do, I'm going to end your life.
See, this is why I think he's retarded. No one leaves this on an answering machine. Nobody.
Howard,
Last time we talk about my friends.
Nobody leaves messages like this.
Mel Gibson does so.
Yeah, where is my Mel Gibson?
Mel
This does.
Gibson. This is worse than Mel Gibson.
Did Mel Gibson really make threats too?
Oh,
Yeah.
terrible.
Maybe Mel can make a comeback. If High Pitch Eric made a comeback.
I mean, if he could do that, I mean, Eric could do that, you know? It's like, yeah.
Mel, turn your life around.
But this was like 300 messages a day, and I mean, my voicemail was getting, you know.
Wow.
I couldn't even get a message
I just
anymore.
would never hang out with somebody who did that, but all right.
Yeah, I would never be able to befriend him again.
I'm a very, very forgiving person, and
I
that's
guess.
one of my big faults. So.
I'm looking at Eric's T-shirt, and there's this big giant panther on it. And it occurs to me it's the same giant panther on Ronnie, the limo driver's arm that he tattooed on there. I mean, it's the exact same bad image.
It's an ugly panther.
Ronnie really got a tattoo of this?
Yeah.
It's pretty horrible.
It's on his arm. It looks like a chameleon.
Does it look bad on his arm?
Yeah. It looks bad on your shirt, and it looks bad on his arm.
How bad does it look on his Tom? I want to see that on his arm.
You want to see it? When you go out there, ask him and show it to you.
Hey, Ronnie, come in here.
Look, there it is. There's a
There
picture
it
of
is.
it. Look.
Your panther.
It's the same stupid
That's
thing.
horrible.
You really can't see with the freckles on his arm.
It looks like a lizard. Doesn't even look like a panther.
And then he appears to have like blood on his feet, the panther.
What does that? What does that say at top of his tattoo?
Bots, that's his dog that died.
Wow.
Yeah, and he's got a picture of the dog. He's got a lot of animals on his arm. It's like a whole zoo. All right, well, I guess that's the update on Eric's life.
We now know what a High Pitch Eric has been up to.
Yeah, he hasn't lost any weight. He's back being friends with the girl he threatened.
Yeah.
And he's got a good job. And
Loves his
he's
job.
And he's paying his rent, and he's being a good roommate. All right, Eric. Anything else you want to tell the audience before you leave?
Just cute. I'll keep you posted on the IQ test.
Yeah, next thing we'll be talking to you about is the IQ test, all right?
Yep.
Maybe we could even get KC to take one. I want to see if who's smart.
You gotta call him and just have us, just ask us questions to see who's smarter. You can't call him?
No, I can't call him right
Who's smarter, Jeff the drunk or High Pitch?
now. Jeff the drunk.
Really?
What?
Yeah, absolutely.
Get him on the phone. Come on.
Not really. He's
Absolutely.
so drunk all the time.
Gary, did you test
Jeff the
Jeff the
drunk
drunk?
was
He was tested,
yeah.
right?
Yeah.
He took the test.
Yeah.
I'll guarantee you Jeff the drunk beats Eric.
Oh, really?
How much you want to put on that?
I've met him. He's the most annoying guy I've ever met.
Might
in my
be
life.
annoying, but he doesn't seem stupid.
Yeah, he might
No,
be a
he's
little
pretty.
smarter.
I don't think Jeff has developed his brain at all. He may have a fine brain, he just never developed it.
He's all pickled from the alcohol.
Yeah, he drank so much, he's probably just brain damage from the drinking.
Yeah, maybe Eric is smarter. Could
Yeah.
Eric be smarter than Jeff the drunk?
I think it might be true.
I don't know. You think you're smarter than him?
Maybe.
I mean, based on knowing the guy a little bit, do you think you're brighter than him?
I mean, I do have a
Seems
job.
to me like if you and him and I don't know, like in the Three Stooges type of situation, I think he'd be the boss.
He'd be the boss?
Yeah.
He'd be Mo?
He'd be Mo.
I do have a job.
I'm thinking High Pitch is
true.
Mo.
You do?
Yeah.
Wow. Boy, that's pathetic. I was thinking High Pitch was Curly. I mean, you saw him before. He was trying to think and nothing happened.
I do have a job.
Well, that's true. I'll give you that. But your job's kind of like even Jeff the drunk would take that job. You know what I mean? I mean, all you do is stand outside a building and say hello to
Didn't
people.
he used to work at a pool or something?
Do they give you any kind of direction at the Hard Rock? Do they say like don't annoy anyone and don't?
No. I mean, when a manager tells me what to do, I do it.
What does he tell you to do? Just stand there but don't bother people.
No, like when it's not so busy.
Yeah.
Like if they need the bathrooms cleaned up, I'll do it.
Right. You're like a janitor.
Right.
You do whatever is needed.
Right.
Oh, good. Okay.
And after the season's over, if I know one of the managers that will bring me to the Times Square location.
Oh, so you're going to continue working?
Yeah.
Oh, good.
Wonderful.
Okay. Great. All right. Well, they must like you.
Yeah.
Then he won't ask me for money.
You asking people for money still?
No.
When he was homeless, I had to put him up in a hostel because
Boy.
he had nowhere to go. So,
You're so nice.
You are sweet.
Yeah.
Thank you.
And you're cute. And you got a good
Howard.
job.
I do.
That's crazy.
And are you
very
going to
thankful
dump
for my job.
Eric when you get another boyfriend? Because that's what I think goes on.
No.
I think if she gets a boyfriend,
No,
She
no,
gets
no.
there's no
busy
way
with
the
the
boyfriend's
boyfriend.
going to want this maniac hanging
and
around.
then she has to
No, well, my
Eric.
boyfriend was okay with it, but then with the threats, I mean, he's an attorney. He's an attorney, so
Right.
he wasn't too cool with it. But
Right. Are you crying yourself to sleep every night over this guy?
yes, I'm very. It's been very difficult.
Was he good sexually? Is that what was going on?
It was just, I just miss him, and I was very close with his family.
Have you banged any guys since him?
Well, we've been broken up a week. No, I have not banged.
A week, you haven't banged. How soon are you getting back in the saddle? That body looks like it's built for a little activity.
It's going to be a long time. I'm really hurt.
Yeah.
I texted him last night, and he was being kind of rude, and I'm
Oh, really?
very destroyed.
Howard, you gotta call him on the phone. See if you can get them back together.
I don't care.
You don't care.
I don't care about any of this.
I'm very destroyed, Howard.
No. Did you? Well, you gave him a marriage ultimatum, basically.
Not really.
Yeah, you kind of did.
Well, we wanted to buy a house together. We were really looking for houses, and I said, you know what, marriage might not even matter anymore.
Right.
I could just live with you and have a house, but it just, I don't know.
He didn't even want that. He knew.
He's just non-committal. He's 40 years old. He just doesn't want to commit. He's like the ultimate bachelor.
Right. Eric, you'd commit to her, wouldn't you?
If she committed to me first, absolutely.
Right.
How?
Of course. Of course I would.
I don't want my heart broken. She has to say it first. I will extend an olive branch, but I don't want my heart broken.
Who do you think is smarter? Who do you think is going to come out better, Jeff the drunk or Eric?
Jeff the drunk.
Jeff the drunk.
Yeah?
Yeah, I think
Absolutely.
so too.
I don't know. I'm on the fence with that. I'm not sure.
Jeff is dopey, but
Boy,
he's
we
not
got to
stupid.
test a lot of people.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
Because I'm thinking Eric's going to win that contest.
Well, we'll see. All right, so you're going to go talk to Gary and schedule your IQ test.
I
all right?
will.
All right, Eric.
Thank you, Howard.
Thank you.
Thank you so
Thank
much,
you,
Howard.
Laura.
Thank you
Okay.
so much, Howard.
Very beautiful
Been a
girl.
pleasure.
Okay, very nice, and keep
Bye,
your distance.
Robin.
Bye-bye.
Yeah, get a
You
restraining
look
order.
great, Robin.
Oh, thank
Amazing. You look
you.
so beautiful.
Thank you.
Well, thank you. All right.
Hey, Howard, can I tell you something real quick?
Oh,
No,
haven't we
seriously.
done enough?
No, seriously. Do you know that website, Stern Fan Network?
Yeah, of course I know.
People post pictures of you when you go to events.
Yeah.
People make fun of you of how you dress. You know something? Don't listen to them, people. Ignore them.
But Eric, I was ignoring them, and now you've made me aware that
He
they're
didn't
saying.
even know that happened.
Yeah, I was feeling good about myself, and now you've told me
But
they're
you know
making
something?
fun of me.
You look awesome the way you dress.
Thank you. Isn't that nice? You know,
Take it from me.
coming from you with a giant lizard on your shirt, I can't tell you how pleased I am. Well, people do make fun of me. You know, they're jealous of my success.
Of course.
Unfortunately, they're my fans.
Right.
You know what I mean?
So if they're your fans, they shouldn't be jealous.
All right. Well, all right. Thank you, Eric.
You're welcome.
All right. You
See,
take
he's
care of
smart
it.
enough to figure that out.
Yeah, Mutt should remove those things, those horrible things about me, but he doesn't. And then I
don't know
reward him
why.
with a radio show. I'm stupid. All right. Thank you. Bye, Laura. She's not bad at all.
Gee, I can't believe that pairing.
Yeah.
Eric,
Yeah,
you really changed your life around, man.
I did.
For the better, obviously.
Yep.
So, Laura,
Yes.
Howard's a little concerned that you're still hanging out with Eric.
It's a very weird situation. I don't know. Eric is truly, deep inside a very, very good person. He goes nuts every now and then, but it's because he enjoys hanging out with me. And when I'm very busy, I work a lot of hours, and I don't have the time sometimes, and he just has a hard time understanding that.
I want my hat.
Yeah, Eric, so she doesn't have anything to worry about?
No.
No more threats, right?
No more threats?
No
just
more threats.
just good friends.
Good
That's it.
friends.
Now, Eric, you're going to take this IQ test.
Yes.
You seem to be really gung-ho about this,
I am.
surprisingly.
Because it's an IQ test. Anything can happen.
You're confident that you're going to do well?
Absolutely.
What do you think you're going to score?
I don't know, maybe an 80, maybe a 90.
All right, that's not bad. You'd be happy with that? Like
Absolutely.
an 85, maybe?
Well, maybe a 95, 100, who knows?
All right, man. And everyone was a fan of that shirt that you have on.
Yeah, Ronnie has this tattoo.
Horrible.
Ronnie,
In the...
What?
you like Eric's shirt?
Yeah, it's lovely.
It looks familiar.
Ronnie, you can't see the tattoo on your arm.
So.
You got all those freckles on your arm.
Those aren't freckles, those are liver spots.
Can we compare?
Was it what?
No, we can't.
Why not?
Because we can't.
Come on.
We can't.
It is the same what is
Not
that, a
lizard.
cougar?
Despite what this lady says, it's not a lizard.
What is it?
It's a panther.
Panther.
Yeah.
Why are
I
you
don't know
wearing...
what he has on his shirt, but I have a panther on my